We are live. Should be anyway. We should be live. I think we are. He's only gone and done it. Oh, I think we're live. I think we're moving. It's telling me Wi-Fi off my phone. It's not 7 that... Oh, game's gone. It's not 7. Well, we're here early. Because why not? I mean, it's normally 6:30 we do these, isn't it, on a Friday? How we doing, everyone, though? What we saying? What we saying, bro? We're saying reet. Captain Voldemort last week, it was honestly like death in the family still grieving. Bro, honestly. That's hilarious, Gary. What can you do, though? Sometimes you take these punts, Gary, and they just don't come off. But honestly, the fixture on paper for Newcastle seemed excellent. I'll open me chat up so I can see what he's saying. Tough game for Sunderland this week, mate. I know. What can you do, though? You've got to play the hard teams. I mean, we have played hard teams, but this is the best team in the league by the looks of it. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. Trying to bloody make sure everything's working here. I think everything is. Haaland's my captain this week. Sunderland top 17 this year. Yeah. I think we'll stay up. I don't know where that will end up, though. I'd be happy just staying up in general, though, Daniel. Honestly, I don't mind. Obviously, with an amazing start, there probably comes the assumption that, we can keep this up and keep going, but we'll see. Up the tune, says Daniel. What did you think about the match, Daniel, against West Ham, then? Because I didn't get to watch the match, so honestly, I'm not too sure what went wrong for you. You know what I mean? What was the crack like? Was it just not good? Mogs, I asked you last week if Welsh birds are dirty. Can confirm they are, bud. Charlie, you're a fucking legend, mate. You're an absolute legend. When's the YouTube donate button coming? I'm sick of doing it on TikTok. Oh, you're doing it on... Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you so much, Orange Apple, for the gifts. And by the way, don't send gifts. You do not need to. But I appreciate that. Would you bench Van Dijk against City away? Depends who your other defenders are, to be honest. If you've got someone with a decent fixture who could come in, then you could do so. I would imagine defensive contributions will be hit against City, though. So I am expecting at least sort of, 4 points there, but it depends how many you concede. Sorry I haven't had a chance to watch the videos properly this week. I still gave them a thumbs up, though. That's what I'm talking about, Connor. You're a legend, mate. Captain Bowen this weekend must be off my nut. Charlie, you're definitely off your nut, mate. I got Football Manager downloaded and I'm well excited. Let's go, Connor. Should I sign Kevin? You have to. You have to. You have to, Connor. You have to. I mean, if you don't, then what's even the point? Don't forget to visit the gym clinic for necessary... or the gum clinic. Oh, God. Yeah, if the dirty bird, Charlie, you got to watch out, mate. You got to watch out. Orange Apple on YouTube, Charlie has said, chill out, Charlie, you mad bastard. Mogs, sorted out, mate. Yeah, I don't know if I should just turn this light off and just do this light instead. A bit darker in my room. Right then, folks. Well, obviously, today's stream is all about team ratings, getting your teams looked at live on stream here on YouTube. Of course, if you're on TikTok, feel free to move over to YouTube so you can see people's squads on screen. Sadly, TikTok doesn't let me do that. They don't like me doing it. Yeah, boys, it's not looking good. Got that Lamine Yamal itch. 5 at the back or don't bother. Ooh, 5 at the back. I don't know about that. This is my team at the moment, but I'm making some changes. A lot of moves are going to be made. Good evening, Bateman. How you doing, bro? Turn off all the lights. No one would see us there, I'm afraid. Yeah, some drastic changes come to my squad this week, so do ignore what's currently on screen. But to be fair, I can show you what I'm planning. Statcher's been awful. Calvert-Lewin's been awful. So obviously they're leaving. Semenyo is likely to come in for me this week. I think the good run of fixtures are coming up now. I mean, I was planning to go against him, Semenyo, for one more week, but Salah's got to go, bro. I mean, he's just been so lucky in the past 2 weeks for me. Low-key, should I do a Sunderland career? I mean, you could do Connor on Footy Manager, yeah. You could do. Thoughts on Creepy? Minutes risk, but his quality is really good. I mean, I've watched Bournemouth a little bit recently when he's played. He looks really great. I just think the minutes risks there with Evan Nielsen are perhaps too high. If he was out longer, though, Evan Nielsen, it would be so nice to have Creepy Jr. I wish I went instead of bloody Calvert-Lewin, man. Calvert-Lewin's been shit. Get Mateta in, mate. Yeah, that's what I was moving on to. So, for me, obviously, Calvert-Lewin's going. And then Mo Salah as well going for Ismaila Sarr, probably. Or Minte, one of the two. Who's your captain this week, mate? Enzo Fernandez might be against Wolves, but it does feel very risky. New defensive contribution pointers slept on. Defenders getting more points than mids. Yeah, it's honestly, defensive contribution points are crazy this season. Really like your Arsenal triple up. Thank you, Bateman, man. I mean, I went triple Arsenal on wildcard 8, and I was a bit skeptical. So I was like, oh, Gyökeres. Oh, what about Saka? But like, at the end of the day, Saka hasn't really been doing that well. Like even the end of last season, not fantastic. So like. Yeah, we went against Saka, we went against Gyökeres, and with that spare money, we kind of went Saka and try to be a bit differential there, but I'm gonna move the money around from Mohamed Salah this week, have a bit of money in the bank, and then probably get Virgil van Dijk next week. But we've got the first team here, Orange Apple's team. We're gonna have a little look at your team, dude, see what's going on. By the way, guys, if you're not aware, I use FPL.team for these like planning streams and things like that. I started last season with triple Arsenal defense, white knuckle stuff. Let's go, Bateman, man. Let's go, dude. I mean, triple Arsenal defense, it just seems like the best way to go about it, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, they're the best defense in the league. I think regardless of what fixture they've got, I could just start them every single week and just be pretty happy. I mean, clean sheets, of course, are really nice at the moment, and Gabriel's just probably the best player in the game to own. It's just crazy. How's Wilson, by the way, Jim? Friday night dinner reference to Jim is crazy, Orange. But we've got Orange Apple's team on screen here, guys, on YouTube. By the way, if you're on TikTok, feel free to come over to the YouTube live stream. You'll be able to see the team on screen. 2 free transfers, 0.3, nothing made so far. I'm annoyed I've got Calafiore, not Gabriel. Let me know what you think. I mean, let's have a good look here. If you're in YouTube chat, if you're in TikTok chat, feel free sort of have your comments about your teams here. How do we send teams, says EL9. If you go over to the YouTube stream, put your team ID in the comments. You can send it on Instagram. You can send it on X. Whatever you feel is best, L. Whatever you feel is best. So, with your team, Orange Apple, I mean, honestly, it's probably it feels like a roll. It does feel like a roll here. I mean, is there no one catching your eye in particular? Because obviously we've already got triple Arsenal there, so it's not exactly going to be the easiest way to get Gabriel in if you're really sort of aiming for that, if that's what you've mentioned. who'd you bench for Virgil? Currently got Senesi starting. I mean, it's the better fixture, isn't it? Aston Villa away, City away. You're against Haaland, you know. It's crazy work even for Virgil van Dijk here. I mean, no one else gets benched for Virgil van Dijk this week, really. In your side, I would guess. Richards feels fine against Brighton. Senesi should be okay against Aston Villa away. I think it's a difficult go away at Aston Villa. I do think. Voltamado, Mateta says Charlie on TikTok. Be Mateta for me. I really like Mateta. I think I'm getting Mateta this week. A bit late to the party, but sadly didn't have enough money last week. I mean, Orange, are you thinking about transferring anyone out? Because I don't even think there is a need. I mean, we can look at Newcastle's fixtures if you want. Yeah, I'll scroll down a little bit further so you can see the full list here. So Brentford, obviously City at home next week isn't great, but a home fixture for Newcastle always feels great. Can I send you my team? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got Brentford, City at home, Everton, Spurs, Burnley, Sunderland. I mean, it's a pretty mixed bag there, Orange. I would personally keep Valdemar. I mean, even after last week, disappointing, I would still keep him. Honestly, there's not much I can really say about your team, but I think you're managing it really well. Obviously, you hear every stream, Orange, so you know you're up to date with FPL. You're keeping up with the news. We've got Bateman's team as well to look at quickly here. Bateman's got 1 free transfer, 0.7 in the bank, thinking of simply rolling, but open to any suggestions. Thanks. No worries, Bateman. Let's have a look. What's your current captaincy thoughts? Haaland and Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez feels... I don't know. He's not been amazing. His expected data is good, but at the end of the day, I want returns, you know? Insta. It's just FPL Mogs, guys, on TikTok. If you want to send it through there, absolutely glad to have a look. We're just going to look at Bateman's team here first. Oh, by the way, Luis Hamia on the bench. Let's go. Let's have a look at Bateman's team. So what he's thinking of rolling Bateman. Bateman, what have you got in terms of defence? I would imagine you've put Virgil or Rodon on the bench here. I would imagine you've benched Rodon. That's my guess here. But Virgil away to City feels like he could be benched as well. What you reckon for getting Sarr in, says Will. Yeah, I think Sarr, Minte, those two players feel like really decent at the price that I might bring in this week. I follow you. Nice. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know. Virgil seems fine there as sort of a 4-4-2. Gakpo I like because I think you're quite... Yeah, bench and Rodon. Virgil van Dijk bullet header nailed on. Absolutely. I think I'm getting Virgil next week, Bateman. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Brighton, Spurs, Wolves, Leeds. I mean, it's just great. It's just great, isn't it? And as well, like I've had Salah on from Wildcard 8. And my vision was I can keep him until he leaves for AFCON. But at the end of the day, now the problems in my squad because I went so mad in getting Statch and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's been absolutely dreadful. Like now the two really good fixtures, Burnley and West Ham, are gone. I can just spread that money round and maybe get Van Dijk and maybe a Gakpo. I quite like Gakpo. I mean, in terms of thoughts, how much are you considering captain and Neto this week, Bateman? Is it that far off Haaland for you? Is Mateta in consideration there? I don't think Saka would be a captain for me personally. But Neto, Mateta, Haaland, that's kind of where I'm feeling for captaincy for you, mate. What's your thoughts? Will says, really surprised had Kudus, who's 50% with a knock, so thought Sarr would be a decent pick. I mean, I think Sarr's still a really decent pick. DCL would be a miss. Would miss if he was trying to walk through a door. 100% Haaland captain. Rate that, bro. Yeah, look, I played it massively differential with DCL. I mean, at the end of the day, it was West Ham and it was Burnley, so I was like, ooh, they're not bad fixtures for Leeds. And then he's just a nothing. It's just absolutely nothing. So yeah, But Bateman, your team's solid, man. I mean, rank's great. I mean, look, we're looking at rank at what, 10 weeks in, but still, like, we need to be up there, don't we? We need to be up there. So 1.1 million with that team, mate. Amazing, dude. Appreciate you sending your team in, man. We are a bit behind on a few people here, so we'll get the next team in. Ethan's sent his team in, but he's texted it through. But we'll read it out here as a YouTube comment. We've got Raya Chalobah, Gabriel Munoz, Caicedo, Semenyo Sarr, and Buemo, João Pedro, Mateta, Haaland. There's no one in particular that stands out as bad picks here. João Pedro, obviously, last week, finally doing something. Got 2 good fixtures, so you probably could even just hold them. You probably just could hold them. Joshua Biggs has sent his team in, though. I think, firstly, I'm going to check Instagram, just in case, because I do believe I've got some message requests from some guys on TikTok here. We'll have a look. Of course, we'll have a look. Nothing's coming up on Instagram, folks. I'll refresh the page, see if it comes up, guys. But if not, we've got Joshua's team ready to go. So we'll paste that over. Our captain, Brenton Diaz, against 185% effective ownership. Salah in a double game week a few years ago to get me into the top 1K. That was enough excitement for me. Bro, that... when Brenton Diaz was in the league, that was a good few seasons ago, wasn't it, with Sheffield? In a double game week as well. That's crazy, Bateman. Thanks for taking a look. No worries. I appreciate you sending it, man. Nothing's coming through yet on Instagram, folks. For those who have sent it through there. Ooh, we do have one request come through on Instagram, actually. I'll let that load. Hidden requests. It's been a bit laggy, guys. Sorry. Firstly, though, I think Joshua Biggs was just about first on his on his team. Apologies, Joshua. It's taken a while to get your message, bro. Really want to get Gabriel in for Guardiola, or cheap defender in for Van de Ven or Senesi. But in general, how does it look? What would you suggest? Well, let's have a look. Top 2 mil, not bad. Not bad at all. You know, being up there at this point in the season is important, I think. You told me to captain Voldemar instead of Gabriel last week. I mean, if you probably asked my opinion, I would have given my opinion. But of course, Voldemar the captain, I was completely wrong about it. What do you think? I'm thinking of Cucurella captaincy, says Will. Bloody hell. One little goal. The problem is with defender captaincies, I feel as though one goal, like sloppy goal, and then you just had a bad week and it just feels awful. But if you're confident in it, like a lot of people went Gabriel last week and I was really sceptical of it, but massively paid off. So Joshua's thinking of... Ooh, it might not be Joshua's team, actually. I think I've missed out a letter. Yes, I have. Sorry, Joshua, it's not your team. 5, 6, that's what it was. I've got the wrong team. Sorry, Joshua. I sent you my team on Instagram. Perfect, dude. I'm having a bit of trouble with some Instagram messages now, so I'll reload the website and see if it comes through. Apologies if it's been a bit slow today. But feel free, if you've got your team ID handy as well, guys, to send that through. That'll let me plan the team on the software I've got. Semenyo is very underrated for captaincy. This week, do you think against Villa? So Gvardiol, you're thinking of doing for Gabriel. I think that's really fair. We've got Radu and Connor next in the list. Don't worry, guys. I'll get to that in just a sec. And then you're thinking of Van de Ven to a cheaper defender or Senesi. I mean, it probably would be Van de Ven. He is Spurs' top goal scorer, which is crazy. But obviously, with the fixtures coming up, does he feel like a hold? I don't particularly think so, you know. But then you're looking at a 4 million defender and you've already got... Oh, you know that's stats, actually. I mean, for me, Joshua, I would maybe hold Gvardiol, because I think people are looking at the next 2 fixtures and going, well, you know, they're not great, but if you just scroll down 2 weeks, if you hold on 2 weeks, I feel like the fixture's great. I really do. Still not getting any messages on it. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Gvardiol's a decent hold, but if you're really desperate for Gabriel, we can make that move for you. But then you're kind of in a situation where you need some money. Cheers, I'm off now. No worries, Bateman. I really appreciate you coming in, Bateman, man. And cheers for sending your team as well. Triple Arsenal defence. Let's go. Check Twitter replies. I will do, dude. I will do. Moog's finally planning on transferring out Salah. Oh, that's funny, man. I've sent a message request on Instagram. Cheers, C. There's a few problems with Instagram. I'm going to try do it and accept it on my phone app. And then hopefully I can see your guys' teams. Charlie. Yeah, I found it, Charlie. It's just not working on it's just not working on my computer, sorry. But we had Joshua's team. We were looking at making a 4 million move in defence. Goodmanson, Stev, Hickey. I mean, there's not a lot of options, it seems. So I feel as though you've got Mukiele, who feels good for defensive contributions and as a Sunderland player, but he's 4.1. You've got Alderete, he's 4.1. It's tough. It's tough. Goodmanson would probably be the only defender for 4 mil that I would consider. Then that would just give you the right amount of money there. But yeah, Joshua, I really appreciate that. We have got some Instagram teams here. I think Charlie was first here. 3 free transfers. We're looking at a bench boost, but may go with 12 with 4 transfers. Oh my goodness, Charlie. Charlie, so I've got your team on YouTube live here. So if you want to see it live on screen, you can do. But we're taking a look at it. We'll talk through it, though. If you just want to stay on TikTok, that's completely fine. Haaland captain. We've got double Arsenal defence with Bukayo Saka as vice-captain. Minte on the bench as well. Minte on the bench. Wow. I would even play Minte this week, but who on earth do you bench? That's tough. I mean, look, Charlie, the team's great. The team's great. I mean, Caicedo feels good. João Pedro feels okay for the next 2 weeks. Honestly, Charlie, I really like the team, dude. There's nothing really I would change. I like the idea of playing Senesi and Minte, but the squad is so stacked. Like, where do they even fit in, dude? I'm considering captaining Bone with Burnley at home, says George. Good luck, George. I think it's a risky one, but, you know, I think it feels decent. It's not bad. Right, we've got another team here. Free hit. He's wrote it out, so we'll read it out for the stream here. But Sanchez, James, Gabriel, Gay, Semenyo, Saka, Rice, and Buemo, Bowen, João Pedro, and Haaland captain with a free hit. I think it's really strong, bro. Stanchu. We've got Stanchu's team here. Honestly, bro, for a free hit, it doesn't look bad at all. I would maybe invest in double Arsenal defence personally. But let me know what you think of that. Double Arsenal defence in that team. Would that work for you? We've got Radu. Radu's team next. Let's go, Radu. 2 seconds while I get that put on the screen so you guys can see it. Radu. Let's have a look, Radu. And then we've got Connor after Radu. FPL Hippie from Blue Sky here. Let's go, FPL Hippie. Nice to see you in, man. We've got Radu's team live on screen here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So, we've got, Vicario in there. Oh, Dubravka. I mean, honestly, you could save a transfer, Radu, by just playing Dubravka this week. Consider him a bench boost. Selling a bench boost. Okay. If I do, I would need to sell Gordon, but I have no idea who to buy. Well, we'll play with that idea then. We'll play with that idea. So 7.8 million. Let's get that as an option here. We'll filter by expected points because that sometimes can help guide us. I mean, Enzo's coming top with sort of the next 2 fixtures for him. That doesn't feel bad. Rice, you've already got triple Arsenal. Gakpo's up there. Minte's up there. You've already got Ismail Assar, Radu. How would we play this? I honestly like Minte this week. I would maybe debate going Minte and saving a bit of money. I would maybe debate that because then next week what you could do is go Goodmanson. Would that be enough? Ooh, no, it wouldn't be enough. Because I was thinking next week you could do Goodmanson up to Virgil van Dijk, but you couldn't do that. I don't mind it, though. I don't mind it. But yeah, this week, if you are bench boosting and selling Gordon, I don't mind Minte. I don't mind Caicedo. I don't mind Declan Rice. But of course, you're not selling Eze this week. Yeah, I really like it, Radu. The idea of doing that is spot on bench boost for me. Hello, Mogs. Hello, Sean. How you doing? Buy Rice or Saka. Ooh, I would honestly lean slightly more towards probably Declan Rice this week and save the money away from Saka. I don't know what it is with Saka. I'm not as keen. Connor's team live on screen here. I'd keep away from any Arsenal this week. Sean, you know the score, bro. You know the score. Right, Connor. I know you're playing Footy Manager, but let's lock in. Or even cheaper than Gordon. Yeah, I would go cheaper than Gordon, Radu. I would go Minte. I would go maybe a Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. I don't mind those options. I don't mind it. And I think cheaper, allowing you to save a bit of money, could help you in the future as well. Let's lock the hell in. Decent little team. It is. Connor's always got a good team. That's why he's 300k in the world. You know? He's absolutely bossing it. Is Rodgers a decent pick or nah? Bournemouth, Leeds, Wolves? Yeah, it's difficult with Rodgers because I love him as a player. I really do. I think technically fantastic. But, like, how are Aston Villa doing attacking wise? Not that great. The fixtures there, though, you know, it's not bad. I would consider him, but maybe not this week against Bournemouth. In terms of Connor's team, though, captain and Haaland's. Any moves you're thinking of? I don't think much changes. I'd honestly keep things as is. I think Njai is going to be fine. A real bad man would captain Reece James. Real bad man. Nah, I don't know. Villa defence making mistakes, leaving spaces, which is good for Bournemouth and Semenyo. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting Semenyo in this week, bro. My personal team. Really excited. Or Casemiro in order to get Virgil van Dijk. Casemiro doesn't feel fantastic as a pick. I mean, yeah, the returns recently have been pretty nice, but like, it's worth doing a -4 for Gyökeres and King to Saka and Gu. Don't really fancy Welbeck or Thiago and already have Mateta. I don't think I would do that personally. If not, who should I take Gyökeres out for? Thiago or Welbeck? I like Welbeck a lot better. I saw that you consider Enzo for captain. Yeah, he's up there. I think Haaland's a safer bet. And that's probably the way I'm likely to go. But Enzo feels like he could be a one to catch up a little bit. Can you check Murphy Bananas? I'm not sure if I can search directly for team names on my software, Harry, but if you have a screenshot of your team that you want to send on Instagram, X, or anything like that, I don't mind it. You know, any way you want to send it through. I like that Semenyo punt Mogs. Not many people have mentioned him, and we haven't been asking you to do it for the past 4 weeks. I mean, the past 4 weeks, has he been that great? No. But I think coming into the fixture run, if you look now, you know, obviously Aston Villa's a bit difficult, so we can scroll past that, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Joel Rio, Newcastle up the tune. Nice to have you in, Joel. Good win for you in the Champions League, of course. but not so much against West Ham. Yours will be all right in the Prem, though, I'd imagine. You'll be all right. My forwards are Haaland, Voldemada, and João Pedro. Who should I bench? Oh, God, Chloe. I don't know if I would bench any of them, Chloe. I don't know. If I had to be any, it would probably be Voldemada with the away fixture. It probably would be. But Connor, that team, I don't know what I would change with it. I think, obviously, you're a very good position in the world. You know what your crack is. I would keep as is and just captain that Haaland. Can you see my team if I give you my team idea? Yeah, absolutely, MK. Send it through, man. Send it through. I'm captaining Salah this week. Haaland only has 1 goal against us. Yeah, I don't mind that reasoning. I think, is Haaland only got 1 goal against you? That is really surprising. Is that real? First FPL Mugs female interaction. Orange apple, red card, mate. Yeah, that's my thinking. Tough, though. Thanks. No worries, Chloe. Yes. 2024 1-1. Oh, right. Okay. That's really surprising. I'm going to be back here at 7:50. Will you be live then? Yeah, man. I'll stay alive till then. Absolutely no worries. 6 out of 10, didn't bottle it. You've got a bright future ahead of you, lads. Thank you, Orange Apple. MK's team. When you off, though? I'll stay on stream until you're back, Aman. There's no harm. No harm in it. Good evening. Good evening, Nico. We've got MK's team live on YouTube. If you do want to see people's teams on your screen for the stream, of course, if you're watching on TikTok, that's completely fine. But the YouTube live stream does have people's team live on screen. It's a bit higher quality as well, so do check it out. Is Mateta a good differential captain? Yes, I think so. Nico sent a heart me. Appreciate that, Nico. Appreciate that. Right, MK, let's have a look. So we have the situation where he wants to sell Victor Gyökeres here. And I completely get that move. So for me, honestly, you could just bench Gyökeres this week, play Paqueta, no worries, downgrade the price point a little bit, and then bench King. So let's have a little think about who we could bring in here. 9.9 million. What are we thinking here? I honestly like Welbeck quite a lot. Yes, it's Palace away this week, but past that, I don't mind the fixtures. You've got Brentford, Forest, Villa, West Ham, Liverpool, Sunderland, then you're obviously going into the second half of the season. I don't really mind Welbeck. You could consider Thiago as well. Thiago is definitely someone who's quite popular this week. I'm not as keen on Thiago. Yes, I like the data. I think that's a good baseline. Fixtures don't feel amazing to me. Fixtures don't feel amazing. But if you are willing, to, I think Welbeck is pretty good. Personally, MK, I really do. So yeah, it would be Welbeck for me, and it would be a benching of Joshua King, and that would probably be the team I play. But Senesi instead of Virgil van Dijk, maybe. Senesi versus Virgil van Dijk is a really close one for me. What do you guys think? Who would you play, Senesi or Virgil van Dijk this week if you had both of them? Thomas says, Soboslai, O'Brien and Buemo for FPL this week. I'm slightly biased as a Liverpool fan. Ooh, for this particular week, I would honestly say Brian and Buemo. It's the better fixture for this week in particular. For a longer stretch of time, I think it would still be Brian and Buemo, Thomas. I really do. Orange Apple, that is a straight red. That is a straight red. Made a new profile. I'll have to take a look after stream, Nico. Senesi says Orange Apple. Yeah, that's what I thought, deleting that message. I see it. I've seen it. I mean, you are the mod, so you have the control. But yeah, MK, I appreciate you sending your team through, man. Jaden says Sarr, Welbeck and Munoz, or Caicedo, Pedro and Gehi. For me, it would be Sarr, Welbeck, Munoz. And probably by a good distance. I really like those assets in Sarr, Munoz and Welbeck. I think they're top tier. Top tier. Right. Where are we at? with message requests. We've got Sam's team, Sam King. Sam King, I don't know if you're in stream still, but we do have your team. I think it's a bit past, you might have left, but let me know if you're there. What message? You not been taking your pills again? No. Well, I have to go. I was sick. I want to play FC 26 when I can. I'll go for it, Nico. Don't worry. Go for it, bro. I stopped playing FC 26 a few weeks ago, to be fair. Probably a month or so ago now. Play with Munoz and play Munoz with Richards or Senesi and split the double Palace defence. Oh, Radu, that's what I was going to do. I was going to look at your question. Give me 2 seconds, Radu, while I just answer James's question first. Would I split them? I wouldn't split them. Would I? Would I play Senesi over Richards? I would consider Senesi over Richards. Because I think the ceilings are pretty high. Pretty similar. Best mid under 5.9 million for Radu. That's his question. He just wants asking. So 5.9. We're close there. It's a bit finicky on this bloody screen. Do you know what? We'll do it on a different screen and I'll transfer it over. 5.9 for Radu. 5.9 midfielders. Let's take a look. Anderson's popping up straight away with my algorithm, mate. Weaver, Paqueta, Longstaff, Xhaka. I mean, Xhaka feels really nice because he's going to play a lot. He's going to play a lot. Can you count down from 10? No, because I don't know what you're going to do at the end of that countdown, bro. Thanks. No worries, James. No worries. But yeah, I think Radu, it would probably be Granit Xhaka for me. A really cheaper one if it's just a rotational asset because he's saving a bit of money there. Welsh Scouser, welcome, man. I've got Welbeck, Haaland, and Mateta up front. And Jai Semenyo, Rice, Buemo, Munoz, Reece James, and Gabriel. I mean, who the hell would I even change that? Who's your goalkeeper? Is it Raya? I've got to do something, trust me. Nico, I'm not counting down from 10. I don't know if you know the memes of that, but I don't think I can, bro. Maybe you're too young to realise. Yeah, but Xhaka isn't ideal for bench boost. Ah, yes. Okay, then I'll go now. No worries, Nico. Appreciate you coming in, man. Nice to have you, man. What's for T-Mogs? I think it's a pizza. Well, Scout, so what do I think of that team? I mean, straight away, very strong team. I like Rice. Can you accept my request, bro? Yeah, is it on Instagram? See it. Kai's and... Sorry, guys. Right, I've accepted some Instagram requests there. Kai, I think you were first in line. So feel free to send a picture of your team or your team ID, whatever you want to do. But I'll show it live on screen on YouTube, Kai. So if you want to transition to the YouTube live, I'll pull it on the screen for you. It's a bit of a higher quality stream as well. So head over to the YouTube stream, Kai. You'll be able to see it. Double Palace defense done me good last week. I got 95 points. Bloody hell, bro. Bloody hell. How many did I get? I got like 79. Or 76. One of those two. Who should I captain? Who have you got? Who have you got, dude? Right, so Kai, let's have a look at your team, bro. So we got a bench of Donnarumma, Gvardiol, Michele, Isidore. So that's good to know so far. Moyes just got the boot pool, lad. You've got Pope, Gabriel, Timber, Senesi, Saka, Semenyo, Caicedo, Longstaff, Anthony, Jadon Anthony, that is, Mateta, and Erling Haaland as the captain, Kai. Ooh, very cheap assets in Longstaff and Anthony there. I think Anthony's fine for this week, of course. Has dropped off a little bit since the start of the season, but, you know, I still don't mind him. His underlying data will be fine from the start of the season. I imagine it's been decent within the recent weeks. Wouldn't consider playing anyone on the bench particularly, so I think that's strong just to keep it like that. Of course, no bench boost anyway. I don't think I would particularly change anything this week. I imagine there's not much money left in the side with the Longstaff and Anthony picks. Not much room to improve them. If there's multiple transfers there, I don't think I'd really consider anything else. I like Caicedo personally. Surely he has budget too. I mean, 6. That's like 25, 10, 30, 20. I don't know. I don't think the budget will be there. Going to sell Longstaff after this week for Gravenberch. So there is a little bit of budget there, Kai. I think that's wise. Kai, because you're looking at the fixture run for Liverpool coming up and you're thinking ahead. I like the thinking there. Got 3 mil, yeah. 3 mil he has Orange Apple, so there was a bit budget. Yeah, Longstaff next week to Gravenberch feels strong. Appreciate you sending your team in, Kai. I really like how you've got it set up there. 104 squad value. I'm doing really well on that. Damn, I've got like I've just got 100 mil. I've just got 100 mil, bro. We've got a team here to rate as well, so we'll take a look at the next team. Appreciate you sending your team in, Kai, again. That's great. That's a great sign. I like the move next week for Gravenberch. Thinking ahead. Clever. Who've we got here? That is a very long name, and I can't really see it that well on my monitor so far away. But we've got this team here. Don't use... can you check my team? I don't know who to sub out. Sub out. I mean, Gyökeres might not play this week, so it would be Caicedo starting for me. Sadly, got to go and eat, but maybe back before the end. We'll tune in to the deadline. If not, no worries. Orange Apple, appreciate you coming. Always on stream. Legend, mate. Legend. Who else would I sub out in this side? Probably. Honestly, I would consider Senesi in for Anderson. I would maybe consider that. And then bench Gyökeres this week. Because the team looks fine as is. I mean, Gyökeres, obviously, if you wanted to, and you wanted to sell him in any case, and move to an Arsenal defender, that could be a move. That could be a move. I won't call you a good boy, says Nico. Is Sessegnon going up in price at all? I have just the right amount to get... just have the amount to get Statch in for him for a bench boost next week, but I don't know. Statch doesn't feel like a strong move. Oh, he's already made some moves. So Gyökeres to Pedro and Goodmanson for Calafiori. Why would you personally go for Calafiori? I mean, the price, isn't it? Yeah, I've just realised there. And then probably a benching of Senesi, I would imagine. It's not updated, though. Yeah, it won't update. It goes off the data from your team last week. Reece James or Senesi this week. And is having Welbeck and Mateta good this week? Yeah, Thomas. Yeah. And I would answer that question by going Reece James. Nico wants a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all again. I hope it's not what it is. Well, I think it is. How to get team rated. You can send your team screenshot via Instagram, X, or you can get your team ID from the FPL website. One more time, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go, Nico. I hope that's not a bad thing. Now I have prices. Yep. Yeah, we'll take a look at your prices, dude. Tell you what we'll do. We'll do it on livefpl.net because they are the best for price changes. I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm hoping Haaland doesn't score. I've captained Mateta, bro. Nice, dude. You're a cowboy. I am a cowboy. Thank you so much, Nico. I appreciate that, Nico, so much. I really do. Didn't you see the gift? I just seen it there pop up on my screen. My stream's a little bit delayed, bro. But Nico, you're a legend, mate. Legend, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Can I send my ID? Yeah, of course you can send your ID, bro. Is Haaland a must captain? No. No one's ever a must captain. You can captain anyone you want. I've got Voltemade and Buemo and Pedro as alternatives. I would probably still lean towards Haaland in that case, to be honest. I would. I've got options. Gravenberch, Paulinho and Casemiro. Which one is best? I think Gravenberch is. Obviously, you're getting probably a week too early, and if you are bench boosting, maybe it's not the best move, but I don't really rate Paulinho or Casemiro in terms of FPL assets, dude. For the question regarding good you trusted me, Nico, you're a legend, bro. Thank you. Captain Haaland or Pedro? Haaland for me. Greenish to Rice, says lol. Yeah, I think I would. I mean, Rice feels like good value at the moment. I'm just not sure the returns will continue, in all honesty. I want a bench boost and take a -4 to get strong bench. My team ID is... Let's have a look. Well, bye-bye. Have to go. Nico, you're a legend. I'll see you tomorrow on the deadline stream, dude. Appreciate you coming by. So the plan is for the tank to take a -4. Have you made any particular transfers that I need to be aware of? Or would it be the case that you just need advice on moves? Let me know. He has good underlying data. Rice. I mean, yeah, I think so long. But I don't know. For me... Thomas, I've just accepted your request on Instagram, dude. We'll have a look at your team next if you're around. I think for me with Rice, the corners that he takes on that side is great because Arsenal are fantastic from set pieces. I'm just not sure that attacking returns at the rate which he is scoring now. He scored 4 attacking returns within the last 5 fixtures. I don't know if that can keep up. So if you're buying him expecting that and then he doesn't perform off, are we going to be upset there? I don't mind the move row for Rice. I don't. I personally am just not as keen on it. But I do appreciate he seems like a really good pick. No transfers yet. Want to take out Gyökeres and upgrade either King or Ronaldo. It'd probably be King for me actually upgraded. I think Ronaldo will play for Sunderland quite a bit coming up in the next few weeks. So obviously if we look to sell Victor Gyökeres, I mean, do I need to say the obvious move? It's Jean-Philippe Mateta. I think it's going to be a very popular transfer for those who don't own Mateta and own Gyökeres this week. Me personally, I'm upgrading my dead spot on my team to Jean-Philippe Mateta this game week. So that would probably be the move for me. Obviously, if we're looking to upgrade King from that as a -4, we only have 5.6. Thinking Thiago and Szoboszlai or Bowen and Chalobah. Ooh. We'll entertain the Thiago move first. What's your team, bro? We'll take a look at my team at the end of stream. We're currently looking at other people's teams today, though, on stream. We're doing it obviously a deadline stream tomorrow, which would be all about my team. But we'll take a look a bit later, Vasil. Is Saka and Buemo, Reinders and Semenyo good midfielders? Yes. So we'll entertain the Thiago pick for now, and then the move would be for Szoboszlai. Why is it not? Okay, there it is. Szoboszlai. So yeah, I like that move personally. Obviously, you've got enough money to do so. I don't know if there's gonna be, if you went Mateta, if there's gonna be even. You could do Mateta and then Ronaldo up to someone. That feels maybe a little bit better. Already got a decent amount of Arsenal defenders there. You could triple up, but do you triple up on Arsenal here? I don't know if I would. 5.1. I mean, you can't really because there's no Arsenal defenders there, and you wouldn't sell Petridge. Who feels good as a defender we can transfer in here from Ronaldo? 5.1. Is Chalobah that much? Yes, he is. Yeah, I would do that. Personally, I would do that, dude. I think so. Where are we at? We've got Ollie's team next. Appreciate you standing that in, Tank, as well. Because that's an interesting situation for people to consider as well themselves, where they would go from Victor Gyökeres. Obviously, I think there's loads of options. For me, it's Mateta is the best option. You've got Welbeck's probably my next best. Thiago's up there, but I'm not too sure on Thiago personally. Is Kudus out? I can read you the press conference notes that I have personally, if that would help you out, dude. So the notes I have on Kudus is he is touch and go for tomorrow. We'll see. So a very vague a bit of press conference news for you there regarding Mohamed Kudus, but hopefully, you know, that does give you some guidance there. Looking at Ollie's team now, though. Let me know if you've sent your team on Instagram, though, folks. Obviously, it doesn't come up live on the YouTube chat, so I won't be able to see the notification, but let me know and just tell me, and I'll be able to get it on screen for you. Already made 2 free transfers. Thinking of taking out Kudus for a -4 and Sarr in. Well, Ollie, what are your transfers you have made? Because I'll have to input them on screen here to have a look. Do you think this will destroy my rank even more? My plan is to free it this week and then bring in Gabriel, keeping Salah until AFCON. No, I don't think that would destroy your rank, personally. I mean, it depends on the rest of your team, of course, but, like, I don't know. I like the idea of a free hit this week. It was personally something I was considering myself, but I felt that it's maybe a bit more of an optimal time in Game Week 16. But yeah, Ollie, if you are on stream, let me know your transfers, dude, and we'll input that on screen here. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of a while to get to your team. I've removed Saka for Rice. There we go. I'll input that, Ollie, for you, so we can see your moves in action. And Anthony to Mbuemo. Probably benching Kudus. If you are, because you were thinking about Kudus to Ismail Assar, I'm curious to who you'd bench in that case. Because are you not transferring into a benching headache? Because it feels like you'd play the double at Newcastle defence probably. If you're not as keen on that idea, then transferring in Sarr for a -4 doesn't feel too bad. Because you could bench Burn in that case. Because could you not just wait a week? If you wait a week and go instead Sarr next week, that doesn't feel that bad. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Ollie? Because obviously, yeah, the -4 at Sarr works fine. Obviously, you have enough money to do so. But then would it just be benching Dan Burn for a good fixture? Would it be then benching Gahey? But then that feels like a good fixture to me. Oh, I clicked the wrong button there. Do you know what I mean? I think that's my thoughts personally. Pope, Senesi, Gahey, Gabriel, Semenyo, Saka, Reinders, and Mbuemo, Haaland, Voldemar, Pedro. Good team. Yes, good team, Maguire. Good team, bro. But I appreciate you sending that team in, Ollie. That's an interesting situation in terms of the -4. Personally, I don't think I would. Because I think you can hide Kudus on the bench, personally. Unless you're desperate to get away from that double Newcastle defence after their loss against West Ham last week. Abyss. Already transferred out Kudus and brung in Caicedo. Let's do that move then and get your team live on screen for you here. Caicedo is the transfer in, of course. Need Javi gone. Thinking about taking a punt on Rodgers. Taking a punt is really interesting on Rodgers this week. I've heard someone else say that. What's making you think Rodgers is a good option? Because that's not sort of a disrespectful thing I'm putting to you there. It's a genuine question because someone else has mentioned that on stream so far. Pardon me. Yeah, I was going to bench Kudus anyway, so I feel like I should probably hold off on the -4. Yeah, I probably would, Ollie. I would play the double Newcastle defence. Yeah, the West Ham loss may put you in a situation where you don't want to play that, but it is a good fixture at the end of the day. I do think that. If you do want to differentiate, you could -4 for Sarr. Already trying to bring in Caicedo. That's what the transfer was. We'll get Caicedo in this team if we can bloody find him. Caicedo. Right, Abyss. Which team is likely to clean sheet? Arsenal. Every week, the highest clean sheet chance is pretty much Arsenal. Yeah. Villa winning a lot now. Play Leeds and Wolves after Bournemouth. Yeah, I think the fixtures is kind of the motivator for whoever asked about Rodgers earlier in the stream, Tyler. So I don't mind the reasoning there. I don't. But in terms of your team, Abbas, how do you feel about benching Senesi this week? Are you confident that? I think I probably would. Captain would probably be one of Haaland, Voltemade, Caicedo, Saka. I don't know. Fred's got his team. Yeah, we can absolutely look at it, Fred. Send a picture of it through Instagram and I'll get it up on screen for you. I think we've quickly got to look at Beat Productions team first, Fred. So if you don't mind just waiting 2 minutes while we quickly look at Beat Productions team here on YouTube. But once you've sent that through, Fred, we can get it live on screen, Instagram, on my computer, and it will look great. No worries, just sent it over. Perfect, Fred. We'll take a look at that after this one, because you were next in line, bro. But Beat Productions here. Interesting team. And see Bruno Guimaraes there as well, which I think is an underrated asset. Honestly, even as a Sunderland fan, it does hurt saying that. But, you know, I can respect good FPL assets when I see them. Reece James would be starting this week instead of Gahey would probably be my guess. Transferred Bruno for Gravenberch. Oh, maybe I've got the wrong side here, Beat Productions. Sorry. Or maybe I don't. Are you sure that's your team ID, Beat Productions? Because this is the team I've got when I've input that on my screen here, and there isn't a Gravenberch or Bruno in this side. Well, while you're quickly fixing that, bro, we're going to look quickly at Fred's team, because he's just sent it in. Let me know if that wasn't your team, though, bro, and we'll fix it. Ooh, Fred's going 5 at the back. No funny business. We're playing Haram Ball in FPL, Fred. Let's go. Come over to the YouTube. Can't wait. Let's go, Fred. Right, bro. Let's delve into this for Fred here. He's on YouTube. What a legend. Yeah, that's my team last week, Bruno G. Bruno G. Sorry, Beat Productions. We'll head straight there after Fred's team. I thought you were referring to Fernandez there. I was very ignorant to the fact that another Bruno could exist. My apologies. Honestly, I would be playing Welbeck this week. I understand the appeal of the Haram Ball here, but Van de Ven for Welbeck doesn't feel bad. I think Welbeck has a higher ceiling. But to be fair, though, a home fixture for Spurs. Spurs haven't been great at home, yes, but Van de Ven's their top scorer, so I actually don't mind it. Now I'm thinking a little bit more about it, Fred. And Mbeumo feels like he needs to play, though. Mbeumo feels like he needs to play. For me, Van de Ven would be benched for Mbeumo in this case. Welbeck, not so much, but Mbeumo would definitely come in for me, and we would transition to a 4-4-2. Because I wouldn't be able to squeeze in Welbeck personally. Munoz feels great. If you wanted to go away from the Burn pick, United haven't beaten Tottenham in 5 years. But I think in terms of FPL, do you not think United could score against Spurs? I think they definitely could. Spurs haven't been great at home. I think United genuinely could get a goal against Spurs. I don't think it's a massive clean sheet potentially for Spurs. If you think opposite, absolutely go ahead and play Van de Ven this week. But Mbeumo feels like he needs to be in there for me. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Let me know, Fred. Let me know. We'll quickly go back to Beat Production team because it was his correct team. I do apologise for that, dude. But we can go back to your moves you've put in. So for Bruno, it was Gravenberch, which I think is very clever. EA says how to send team. You can send it through Instagram, you can send it through X, or you can find your team ID through the FPL website on the sort of internet app on your phone. You'll have to go to your game week history, and then it'll be in the URL link. But we're gonna have a look at Beat Productions team here. I'll have to think about it. Yeah, I think that's the only decision I would consider, Fred, there for your team, mate. I really appreciate you sending it in as well. Gonna have to go to the gym But we'll be back soon. I'll be probably leaving stream in 10, 15 minutes-ish. I'm waiting for a lad called Aman to get on the stream because I promised him I'd look at his team. But yeah, I might still be live, bro, so look out for it. But I will be live tomorrow for the deadline stream, so feel free to join. Plan to get in Buemo for Kudus next week. Roll the transfer, then Van de Ven and Minte and Caicedo and James. Ooh. Okay, Beat Production, okay. I mean, that would be the team this week, wouldn't it? Roll for next week. And then Van de Ven and Minte. Caicedo and James. So James would leave, Van de Ven would come in. I'm just kind of playing out Beat Productions. Sorry, dude, but I'm just kind of thinking about it as I'm putting your team in here for the next few weeks. Obviously, if you've got your plans in place, why not put them on screen, you know? I think I'm the only one who's considered Semenyo captain, which is good, though. Yeah, sometimes that's the best way to be, Vasil. And then you'd play... Ooh. Who would you bench there? But yeah, we'll look at your 11 team for now, because I really appreciate you sending the plans, though. And Buemo for Kudus. And Buemo for Kudus is what I missed. Imagine if Semenyo go and score, it will be a big green arrow. Yeah, especially if it's captain. I'm gonna go now. I'll proud of you in the morning. Cheers, bro. Cheers, Ollie. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Ollie, all the way up till the deadline at 11. Might be 11:30 actually. Deadline, not too sure. Most likely 11 though. Aman, so sorry. No, Aman, I just literally said, I said to my mate Fred on stream here that I'm waiting for you to come in. We've got Osaka on his team ID next. Apologies if I missed you out, Osaka. We'll get that live, and then we'll go for Aman's team next. Aman, let me know what you're sending your team through on. I'll accept your request on Instagram or X or whatever it is. But if you do want to send your team ID, I'll send it on Instagram. Yeah, go for it, Aman. Do it that way. But we've got Osaka's team here. Let's see what we can do. How would we fix this? What's your plans, Osaka? Osaka EW, what's your plans? Yeah, Beat Productions, I think I didn't mention there, but I really like the plans for this week. And, of course, in the next few weeks, kind of having that idea roughly feels really nice. And, of course, Grand Birch. I just accepted your request there, Aman. I do believe that's you. So we'll get your team live on screen next. But Osaka's team here. In terms of this week, nothing I would change, honestly. I would probably start Kudus with the assumption he could play. And if he does play, fantastic. If he doesn't, Esteve would come off first on the bench for me. Donnarumma against Liverpool at home. I would honestly keep that over Dubravka personally. And maybe bet against the Liverpool assets. But they're not that highly owned, so you could consider Dubravka. Oh, Captain Calfridge. Let's go. You're a man. And I have you added already. I see. Appreciate you sending your team, Osaka, there. Because I think that's pretty good. Especially, I mean, we'll look at it just one more time here. In terms of a transfer, I don't think there's a transfer personally I would make. Michael C says, should I transfer in Cucurella or Van... Oh, no, that's Virgil van Dijk. Probably Cucurella for the next 2 weeks-ish. But if you're looking for a longer-term pick, Michael, it'd be Virgil van Dijk for me. I think the fixtures look really great. Aman's team, though. Let's have a little look, Brood. Let's have a little look. Donkeyballs.com has just joined on TikTok. That's a crazy name. Aman, though, let's see. Captain Calfridge. What a name, by the way. Captain, I can send you my FPL code if that's better. It's okay. We can look at it like this. What's your plans, though, Calfridge? What's the plans, Calfridge? I think in terms of how you set up, how could Juve maybe be incorporated into this team? Because I don't mind him against Burnley at home. Could it be Van de Ven bench him? I don't know. I don't think I would. I think I would keep it as you've set up there. I think I would keep it. How many transfers do you have, though, Aman? How many transfers do you have? Is it just the one free transfer this week? Is it just the one free transfer? I mean, even if you did have a transfer, it would probably be Reinders to go. But then he's got a good set of fixtures coming inbound, so then would you keep? I've had bad luck with benching Van de Ven. I have 2 free transfers, I see. So you would probably look to play Van de Ven so you feel like you're not missing out. I feel that's fair if that makes you feel better. I mean, Juve isn't miles ahead of Van de Ven in terms of things anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, Van de Ven is Spurs' top goal scorer. I mean, I think that tells you a lot about how Van de Ven's been for Spurs this season in all competitions. So yeah, I mean, no transfers would be recommended from me personally. I don't think so. Van de Ven for Juve, if you want to keep Van de Ven in there, that feels fine as well. I think it's a good team. I think it's a good team for this week. Appreciate you sending that through, man, Carfridge. We'll put... I think FPL Raptor should invite you to his podcast. I think so as well. I think so as well. I think me and Raptor will get on. Now, I don't think I've had many interactions with Raptor. Mainly on Twitter, 1 or 2. He's a nice guy, though. He's a nice guy. Be great to go on his podcast one day. One day we'll see, Vasil. Is Njai going to play, or I sub him for Reinders? Well, I've got the press conference notes up here, bro. So what I can do is I can read them out for you from Everton today, and I can see what you like to think about the quotes that have been said. So, for me, I think personally Njai will play based on this. I could bench boost or not. I don't think I'll bench boost Carfridge, no. So the quote on Iliman Ndiaye was, he's fine, he trains today, so hopefully, everything's okay. I think that tells us he's going to start personally. I think it's a pretty big game against Fulham, it's at home. I think Njai's going to start this week. I do. Is Elliot Anderson a good option to replace King for my bench boost? For a bench boost this week, yeah. Yeah, if you're really committed to that bench boost tank, I would consider it. It maybe feels like a transfer that's not going to gain too much over King. But obviously, Anderson having Leeds, it's a better fixture there. So if that improves your bench boost, that could be a move you make, yeah. And of course, I feel like Forest, look, the fixtures coming up, we'll have a look at them to kind of map things out for you here. Leeds, Liverpool, Brighton, then Wolves. It's the Wolves fixture I really like there. Do you have any chip strategies? I've used 0 chips. For me, wildcarding within the next few weeks, potentially next week or the week after, doesn't feel that bad because there's a good section of fixture runs coming up. We'll kind of delve into chip strategy a little bit more for you, Calfridge, because obviously you've got all of your chips available, so maybe a little bit more guidance will be needed there. I've got some really great opinions, in my eyes, of chip strategy, because Liverpool from game week 12, Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Brighton, Spurs, Wolves, Leeds. I think that section of fixture run is great to own Virgil van Dijk. I also would probably commit to a Gakpo, a Soboslai, one of those 2 picks, potentially Mohamed Salah, but he does leave in game week 17 for AFCON, and he is a lot of money, so I probably would stay away from him personally. Who else has a really good fixture run? Bournemouth, I think having Senesi and Semenyo on a wild card would be pretty good from game week 12. Man United, I would have Bruno Fernandes or Mbeumo. Gakpo and Konate in. Yeah, for game week 12, that could be a move. I don't particularly like Konate as much as Virgil van Dijk. Defensive contributions for Virgil van Dijk, he's just miles ahead. Miles ahead. But yeah, wildcard next week seems like a really good spot for me. And if I had it, I would definitely play it then. Would you captain Gabriel or Haaland? This week, Haaland. Obviously, I am wearing a Sunderland top, so there may be a bit biased there, but I always do think there is a much higher ceiling for captaining Erling Haaland. I mean, it was proved last week, but Gabriel was pretty close. I have both Bournemouth and Mbeumo. Then maybe you don't need to wildcard. Could it possibly be a few transfers and do a bench boost? Mateta or Haaland. For me, it would be Haaland, but Mateta isn't too far behind. I do think Haaland is that little bit better, though. I do think the points will be there for him. But we're going to quickly go through my transfer plans this week. I have just been sent some recommendations from Night Manager's algorithm, so we'll have a look at them, actually. But I do think it will remain as the overall transfers of Minte, Semenyo, Mateta. Yeah. So, Statch, where is he? So for me, Statch would be going out. Semenyo in. Mohamed Salah out. Minte in. And then going... Could you have a look at my team? Yeah, EA, what have you sent your team on? I don't know when to triple captain. For me, it's game week 16 or 17 on Instagram. Oh, no worries, dude. Oh yes, I think I found it. Let's have a look. We'll refresh primary. EA, is this your team here, bro? With Pope, Timber, Gabriel, Gehi, Sarr, Mbuemo, Semenyo, Caicedo, Haaland, Mateta, Valdemades, and Nessie, Kudus, Estev, Dubravka. Is that your team, bro? I want only Haaland triple captain. Yeah, so that's what I was getting to. Apologies. It's game week 17 when they play West Ham at home. That's what would be the triple captain option for me. And then I'll be doing... So that would be my team this week. It is your team. Yes, brilliant. Right, last team rating, then I'll go over my squad before we end stream here. But brilliant last team here from Ayman. What's your overall rank? 1.4 mil? I've got 1.7 wrote in my YouTube live here, but that's wrong. It is 1.4. I'll double check that actually. Yeah, 1.477 mil. In terms of Ayman's team though, where's the captaincy armband? Captaincy armband's on Gabriel. Oh my goodness. I mean, you seen how well he did last week, and you're licking your lips at this clean sheet against Sunderland. I can't lie, bro. As a Sunderland fan, I'm not too sure. I don't think we'll score against Arsenal. I'll be completely honest. But we are very good now at defending aerial threats. So I would watch out for that. I do think Gabriel will do quite well. I don't know there'll be defensive contributions there because I doubt we'll play long ball football against Arsenal. I think we'll probably hit them on the lines. But I like the team, dude. I do. Kudus on the bench feels fine for me as well with the personnel you've got in the squad. Yeah, I like it. I like it, Ayman. Appreciate that. Appreciate you sending it in. Pope or Dubravka? This week, Pope. What chips did you play already? For me, I have played only my wild card. That's the only chip I've played. And of course, this week, I'll quickly go over my team. So if you are on TikTok, I'm covering my team live right now on YouTube. So you can move over to check that and see live what's happening. I am planning to sell Statch this week to Minte. Recommendations for Estev upgrades. How much money do you have, bro? How much money do you have for your team for Estev? Yeah, Minte will be coming in for me. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin drops right down to the bench. Mark Yu is sold for me to Jean-Philippe Mateta. And, of course, the last move I have to make is Mohamed Salah to Semenyo. So, for me and my squad this week, that is what I would do. Plenty for Estev upgrades. I'll look at your team again, bro, then. I would personally look at Virgil van Dijk if you can afford him. If you can afford him, I'd bench him this week and I'd play him for the good fixtures coming up. If not, if you don't like that... I was going to say Senesi, actually, but you've already got him. It would be Virgil van Dijk for me. I mean, it would be Virgil van Dijk. But just quickly to cover my team yet again. Reinders... like that. That would probably be my team this week. Hope Sarr plays. I think he will play as well.
it was my plan to bring in Ishmael Assar this week, but the night manager's algorithm has identified Minte as a slightly better pick, so we've gone for that. Is Cherky on any set pieces for City? I'm not too sure, you know. I'm not too sure. I haven't managed to watch City in the past weeks where he has been available. Let's see if I can... Yes, I can actually look at the list. Hold on. I've got a list of set pieces to take us here. So, corners, free kicks are predominantly taken by Foden. I mean, this is an old list, to be honest. This is an old list. Possibly, yeah. I'm not entirely sure. I can't be completely sure in terms of Cherky and set pieces, dude. Do apologise. I don't have that information on me right now. My set piece list doesn't include him. It's an old list. What's your score predictions for all the games this week? What I'll do is I'll cover that on stream tomorrow. We're going to head off stream now, though, because I do have a bit of food to eat for my tea. But had a good almost hour and a half of stream there, guys. Again, as always, massively appreciate every single one of you who sends your team in, comments, likes, and watches the streams. It's an absolute pleasure to stream for you folks. But we will leave the stream there, guys. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you join in live on tomorrow for the deadline stream starting at 9 a.m. UK time. So do not miss it. It's going to be a good one. So I'll see you all there. I will catch you all later. And of course, it will be on YouTube and TikTok. So see you guys later. Sorry for not commenting much. I've been locked in. No worries, Connor. I hope you enjoy your Football Manager, by the way. We'll see you tomorrow, probably, Connor, on the deadline stream, I would imagine. Unless you haven't had any sleep tonight playing Football Manager. But let me know how the save goes, Connor. Drop me a message if you do something cool. But I'll see you guys later. I'm going to eat my tea now. See ya.